Hi, this is Evan Schubert, Pioneer Product Agronomist for Southern Illinois. We're out here today checking out some cornfields, scouting for disease, and wanted to take a minute to talk specifically about one disease, and that is southern rust. Southern rust is a very aggressive fungal pathogen that can go from initial infection to sporulation in about 7 to 10 days. And unlike some of the other diseases in this area, it actually does not overwinter in the Midwest. It overwinters more further south in the tropical climates and relies on weather systems coming up out of the south to blow the spores into our area. Once infection does occur, it thrives under hot, humid conditions, much like the weather we're having today. So with any other fast-moving pathogen like this, timely identification and management is going to be key with handling a disease like this. So kind of wanted to touch on one of the tools that we use to help us scout for diseases like this, and that is the iPipe website. Can be found at corn.ipmpipe.org. And we'll leave a link to the website in the comment section on this video. So been paying attention to the website over the last few weeks, obviously seeing it confirm cases of southern rust in the southern tier of states, and then progressing up through the Mississippi River Valley, in through Arkansas, last week confirming a case in the Boot Heel, Missouri, and then most recently this week finding it in western Kentucky, southern Indiana, as well as a couple of identified cases here at the very southern tip of Illinois. So something to be on the watch out for. Obviously earlier in the week we had Tropical Storm Barry blow through the area, bring some much needed rain for the area, but with the presence of the disease to the south, as well as the track of the storm, pretty reasonable to think there were some southern rust spores along with that. So really want to get out there scouting this crop, making sure we're staying on top of this southern rust disease. When you're out scouting, really want to draw your attention to the kind of middle to upper part of the canopy, and what you're looking out for are clusters of these raised lesions that will be round, almost pinhead shaped. They'll be bright orange in color and typically only found on the upper side of the leaf. There are a few other diseases that are commonly misidentified as southern rust, and just to go over a couple of those. So first would be Physoderma brown spot. So this disease, upon first sight, could kind of spark your interest as being southern rust. However, if you look a little closer, you'll see that there are no raised pustules within the lesions, and the lesions typically show up in bands across the leaf. And when they go across the midrib, you'll see that they're kind of a dark brown, even a purplish color through the midrib. Southern rust will not do that. Southern rust typically just inhabits the green part of the leaf, and of course you'll see the pustule there. Another one that is commonly misidentified as southern rust would be common rust. So common rust, being of the rust family, will have the raised pustule, but typically it is more of an elongated shape. The color is more of a dark brown color, and you will find pustules both on the upper and the lower side of the leaf. So a couple key ways to differentiate, what you're actually looking at in the field, whether it is southern rust or not. So remember, southern rust is round pinhead shaped pustules, bright orange color, typically found on the upper side of the leaf. So if you do find that you have a field infected with southern rust, a couple things you want to consider. First off is growth stage of the crop. Obviously younger corn is going to be more susceptible to yield loss with an early infection of the disease. The other thing you'll want to pay attention to is the weather forecast. If there's a lot of hot, humid weather in the extended forecast, obviously that's going to let the disease get fired up and really take over a crop. So if it comes down to making a fungicide application, which would be recommended under those conditions, you really want to go with a timely application of a quality dual mode fungicide product, and try to catch this thing before it gets out of hand. So with that, thank you for watching, and as always, if you have any questions, please contact a member of your local Pioneer team.
That concludes this Pioneer Growing Point Agronomy video podcast. Visit our page on pioneer.com and follow us on Twitter and Facebook for more agronomy insights.